everyone, so this is my review of Code Black Season 2, Episode 5, called Landslide. And basically what this episode is about is that the ER has to treat a whole bunch of patients who were just caught in a landslide. And while that's going on, a bunch of children with the measles come in to the ER. And this was a really interesting episode that had a lot of chaos to it, and I really had no idea what they were going to do with it all to try and keep it all under control. But somehow they managed to do it. And the camper kids, who were the ones that had the measles, that was such a hard sort of storyline for me to understand, because no one in that group seemed to ever listen to each other, and it was just so crazy all the time, and it wasn't really till the end of this episode that really anything sort of got through and got resolved with those characters. I did really love the line between Angus and Leanne in this episode, where Leanne talks about what it's like being a parent and how much of your life is then dedicated to like the child and how important the child is, and how Angus should somewhat of understand that based on his relationship with Mike and how he's feeling now that Mike's in the coma. Is very kind of similar to how a parent feels when their child's sick. I thought that was really interesting and like a key point that kind of did do a really great job at sort of turning Angus back on from just worrying about Mike. And then the victims of the landslide were a little weird with especially the two like main people that they showed. Their emotions seemed to be like so polar opposite of each other. It was so confusing. And the one lady, especially, her like whole victimization of saying that the other guy killed her fiance, I thought was gonna go like a completely different way with that whole storyline, where maybe he actually did like do it on purpose, kind of. But the fact that her like accusation of him was just solely based on emotional trauma that she was going through, I didn't really care for. I was hoping for a much more like deeper and darker story plot there that wasn't really there. And then the whole like somewhat of a twist ending where it turns out that the fiance isn't dead, I didn't care for, because even with the storyline that they did go with, I was hoping that it would end more along the lines of that once they're like more settled in and understanding of what's going on, then the two main people sort of learn to accept the truth and live with it from there, and not have this ending where turns out the fiance's not dead, so then everything's kind of fixed because of the fact that he's there. I didn't really care for that. I wanted more of an ending where the two learn to adapt to their new environments. And then I really want to know what's going on with Dr. Guthrie, because like I have my speculations and ideas of what might be going on with him, but I really want to know what the truth is. And then I really, really love the ending scene with Angus and Mario. It was such a sweet and like perfect moment for the two of them that I think was so well deserved for both them. That I just loved it so much that they decided to do that. And it was just so perfect to me, I feel. And I do have to say, overall, I really enjoyed this episode, and I cannot wait to see what the next episodes will bring. And hopefully soon Mike might be back in action, or at least more available in the shows. So yeah, that's my review of Code Black Season 2, Episode 5, called Landslide. So yeah.